All right, all right. What's up, guys? It's Ben. Uh, bShawReacts back with another reaction for you. Looks like we're getting back into the Bee Gees album one. So this album has started out pretty great for me. I've liked both of the songs that we checked out previously, and I'm kind of excited to hear what the rest is gonna bring for us. So we're gonna do it. A couple of quick things. Of course, I have to mention my Patreon. That is still out there. I'm a little bit further ahead on the recordings that I release on Patreon because of the way that the copyright and everything works with YouTube. It makes it a little more complicated on my end as the reactor, especially with copyrighted music and the way that all the labels treat it. You guys have heard me say this 1,000 times. If you've come back for my journey through the Bee Gees. All of their stuff is copyrighted, of course, which I mean, by all rights, it should be, right? It's their material. So I'm not in any way trying to monetize the videos or anything like that. I'm doing it because I enjoy the albums and I really enjoy doing this, the reaction stuff. What else? What else? What else? What else? Yep. So, this album, from what I've read in the comments so far, Andy, the younger brother of the guys, was supposed to join the band at some point, is what it looks like. And he passed away shortly before the album came out, and he had a chance to do so, which is really heartbreaking. Death is just one of those things that it gets all of us at some point, right? We all go through it. We have all lost someone special, and I think it just hits a little harder whenever it's a sibling. I lost my older brother a while back. Yeah, and it hurts. It hurts a lot to lose a sibling because it's almost like that's one of the people that you just know is always going to be there, right? Or so you feel that they'll always be there, but none of us are technically going to be here forever. Death is just one of those things. It's hard. I don't want to be all doom and gloom. I'm not doing that. So I'm just bringing it up for the fact of bringing it up. The fact that it needs to be said and stated that this is the comeback album, from what I'm understanding. They waited and released the album a little bit later so that they could heal as a family, as a unit, which makes sense. I mean, who wouldn't, right? It's only natural, I feel, anyway. So, I don't know what either of these songs are about. I'm gonna assume that Bodyguard. You know what happens when you assume, right? Yeah. So I'm thinking that it's gonna have something to do with love and protecting somebody you love. That's typically what a bodyguard does. The movie Bodyguard with Whitney Houston and Kevin Costner back in the day. Yeah, I remember that movie. It was a good movie, but that's not what this is about. So here we go. Let's get into this. All right, so I'm listening to it on my Amazon account, Amazon Music. Just because YouTube sometimes gives me a hard time, and then when I go back to release these videos for you guys, there'll be times where it'll blank out and cut out certain audio sections, and it gets weird, man. It's so weird on YouTube. Patreon doesn't do any of that. You post whatever you want to post and just rock and roll, but it's all good. Everything I put on Patreon eventually makes its way to YouTube. It just might take a little bit longer. So I just want you guys to be aware of that. Okay, so here we go. Bodyguard. Let's go. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I forget about this every single time. All right, here we go. Now let's go. Oh, no, 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 no. Go back. There we go.
Hurts me when you cry. special one. And now I feel it coming true. When I couldn't let go on a jealous sky. When you put me through. Let me be your bodyguard. You can be useful to me. We could just get excited. So before we go too far. Let me be your bodyguard. Just get ignited. Stops before we go too far.
Wow.
Stop before we go too far. My love, my love. Stop before we go too far. Your body, love, useful to me. Just get excited. Stop before we go too far. My love, just get ignited. Stop before we go too far. Your body, love, useful to me. Just get excited. Stop before we go too
Okay, so great song. So I'm curious. I really wish I could do a little bit more research for you guys, but I can't really see all that well. So it takes me a long time to type in the search bars and try to pull stuff up. So I'm not gonna make you guys sit through that. Maybe you might know, or you may be able to just tell me in the comments if you guys know. So a lot of these songs, well, a couple of things. I have two things I want to talk about before I forget, and I know I will. Well, three things. Okay, so first, um, that guitar, huh? That electric guitar. Did you guys hear that? How muddy that was? Ooh, that was muddy. That was usually guitars come in with a lot of gain, and it's got a lot of high pitched sounds with the distortion. That was like I don't even know of anybody to compare it to. I was gonna try and compare it to another guitar in a song, but I don't think I've heard anyone play it that muddy. Is just oof. I mean, that was wow. Yeah, so that was kind of cool. That was different. Then I wanted to bring up the idea from a sound wise and production standpoint. There's a lot of reverb, man. I mean, like so much reverb. Like it was like carrying on for days, right? They would sing their line and the vocal would just keep carrying. I heard a lot of harmonies in the back, sitting in the back, and it sounds really good the way they were doing it. I will die on the hill, okay, and I'm gonna say it, and I don't want to start any kind of controversy in the comments. Please, guys, don't go at each other the way that y'all do sometimes. Kind of trips me out. Um, y'all start going back and forth, and I'm like, guys, it's not necessarily about who does it better or any of that. It's about the music as a whole, right? And I will say again, and I'm just throwing it out there. I think personally, when all three of the BG brothers are singing together as one unit, that is when it's at its best. That's whenever it's peak BGs to me. That's just my opinion. You guys have your opinions, just like I have my opinion. So I see you guys in the comments a lot going back and forth at who does what better and who can sing this. And look, I get it. I'm sure that the brothers probably fought that battle quite a lot, and I just feel like let's just leave that in the past, right? There's really no need for the bickering back and forth like that, guys. for me, good music is good music. So if you're listening to good music, it's good music. And I think that I understand that there's a sense of pride, right? And when you have a certain musician or artist or band that you start to feel a devotion to certain individuals. Like some of you guys are hardcore Barry, others are hardcore Robin, and personally, I'm a Mo guy, right? So Morris, right? Um, so for me, I'm like, that's who I gravitate to. Also, it's because he plays bass, right? So if you're a guitar player, you probably lean a little bit more towards Barry because you watched Barry play guitar. It could be the vocals just on themselves and their own merit. Um, but again, I state that when they're singing together, phenomenal. Okay, so my third point, before I get sidetracked and forget, because I will. Um, who is playing the orchestral parts in these songs? Like, is there a certain group of guys that, like, the musicians, like, they just hired in to come fill in and do all of the keyboard, the synthesizer stuff? I mean, there's certain elements to these songs. I'm hearing so much music in the background and in the production, and I'm just like, who's playing all these parts? Because I know it's not these three, because it's more than three instruments. I mean, they're stacked. These albums are stacked full of stuff, and I'm just curious if they had a certain crew that they would bring in. There's a certain symphony they would hire, or if it's just over time they run through different musicians that they just kind of fill in and fill those voids, right? So yeah, that's my 3 points. The guitar was phenomenal. Harmony wise, like wow, I don't even really have to say that. That seems to be the running thing with the Bee Gees. Anytime you hear a Bee Gees song, you kind of immediately know who you're listening to, right? Or I do, anyways. I'm sure you guys have always felt that way, or I would hope that you would. Um, they're just really, really good at what they do. I mean, there's been some misses. I'm not saying they're perfect. Nobody's perfect, right? None of us are, but they hit a lot of stuff, and man, they're just good. So it says publisher Crompton Songs Universal UM. Yeah, it doesn't say. I don't know who. I guess I could Google it, but like I said, I don't want to make you guys sit here and watch me butcher my keyboard trying to find it and do the things that I would have to do. All right, so let's go. Next song. I forgot the name of it. It's My Neighborhood. Okay. So let's just click on in and see what we got. I pulled up the lyrics for this next one. Ooh. You know what that sounds like immediately to me? What song is that? It's a Michael Jackson song. You know I'm bad, you know it, yeah. No, it's not bad. It's tell you once again who's bad. It's not that one. Is it Thriller? No, it's not Thriller. Man, I don't know. It's got that Michael Jackson guitar sound to it in the beginning. You guys know that song. I know you know it, and y'all have me singing it on a microphone on camera, and I'm not a singer. Wow. That guitar, man, that riff sounds like that. I wonder if I don't know. I'm not gonna go there. We'll just restart it, and I want you to listen to it and tell me it doesn't sound like the start of a Michael Jackson song. I don't know Michael Jackson's discography that well. Admittedly, I will say that I was never really a huge fan of Michael Jackson, and not for any certain reason. It was just not my style of music. Just kind of like the Bee Gees wasn't a thing that I ever looked into. Um, I was young and I had my taste in music, and it just that's all I listened to. I never really branched outside of that. That's not to say that Michael Jackson didn't have some pretty awesome bangers that I do know. Of course, I know Thriller and Bad and that type of stuff. But no, I don't know Michael Jackson's songs like that. I knew the popular stuff, and that was pretty much it. Um, but yeah, so this sounded like that. I don't know why. I probably because it's around the same time frame that Michael Jackson was releasing big songs too, right? So there was probably a sound during that time where, just like with Pearl Jam and Soundgarden and Nirvana and all of those bands that were doing the grunge thing in the early 90s, it all kind of had the same tone. It wasn't the same songs and it wasn't the same bands, just had a style, right? And this almost sounded kind of like that. This sounds like this might be a funkier song. Let's see.
Don't let you close to me, don't overreact. You're not the enemy, as a matter of fact. You got your pretty face and you got any name you want. Who's to find you gonna stumble over what to do? I want it, good love it, wanna be your plaything. I want it, good love it, bring out the beast in me. I want it, good love it, wanna make your heart sing. Let me shake it sweet or free, let me take you to it. It's my neighborhood, it's where I belong. You in trouble if disagree with me. It's my neighborhood, that's where I belong. We'll find out why. It's my neighborhood, it's where I belong. You in trouble
Okay, so all right, let me stop that before it goes any further. Let me say this. 1 second. Wow. Okay, so whew, the drumming in that song, the drum sounded massively huge. I think that was a late '80s thing. There were a lot of sounds in there that man, it sounded like a stadium arena rock type sound. The guitar, I, I'm telling you, that sounds like a Michael Jackson riff. I'm tripping. Maybe I'm just crazy. I just can't pull up a lyric with the Michael Jackson song so that I can put the two together. I don't know why it's just so prevalent in my mind. Anyways, Lord only knows. Bee Gees probably wrote some of Michael Jackson's songs. I know that Barry and Michael Jackson had a great friendship, and that Michael Jackson lived with Barry for a while, and things like that. I remember reading about all that. So it's very possible that they could have wrote some songs for Michael Jackson or vice versa. I'm not sure. I don't know. I wasn't there, right? So um I think honestly, if this I think I read in the 89ish, 90, 91 or something, this album was released, or in the late 80s. Again, I was born in 82, so I would have been 6, 7, 8 years old. I was a kid when this album was dropped. So I don't know. All I know is I'm just reacting to it. I'm listening to it, and I'm hearing good music. I'll tell you that. There was a lot going on in that song. It's a lot to take in on the first listen. Um, this is something that I think I will listen to more than once for sure. Um, because I feel like with these two songs especially, the more you listen to these, I think I will anyway. I'll catch more and more from it, and I'll be able to enjoy it and take it all in a little more every time I listen to it and pick up something new, right? Um, I mean, don't get me wrong. There's still songs that I listen to from bands that I know that, a year later, after listening to the song 400 times, I'll hear something and be like, wait, when did they put that in there? Right. So that's what makes music fun too, because there's always something to discover and find as a first time, feeling of like, oh wow, what was that? Wait, that's always been there, really? So yeah, that's kind of cool. Yeah, that's another one that I'm like, wow, that's a pretty cool song. I want to do a little bit more research on. Actually, I didn't even do it on the Bodyguard. I wanted to read into this. Let's see what it says real quick. I'm gonna try to read it to you guys. Don't hold it against me that I can barely like make stuff out. Sometimes I have to kind of guess what I'm reading. Says Bodyguard is smooth R&B infused adult contemporary ballad by the Bee Gees, released in 1990. Okay, so I was right on that. A single from their album One. So I guess they dropped the album in 1990. Okay. Driven by distinct district, distinct alternating lead vocals of Robin and Barry Gibb. The song contrasts a mature, protective devotion against the backdrop of an uncertain and fragile world. Okay, yeah, I see that. I mean, yeah. In this world of pain and sorrow, a heart like yours should never live alone. But I couldn't let go. I'm a jealous guy. Okay. From the chorus, it says, let me be your bodyguard. I would die by your side, my love. I'm the life that you save. So the bodyguard is a metaphor, symbolizes a promise of emotional sanctuary. Okay. Mutual salvation. The relationship is depicted as symbiotic, where protecting the lover also brings purpose to the narrator, as suggested by the lyric, I'm the life that you save. Okay, cool. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much what I picked up off the song, that it was a love type song. Yeah, I'm good with that. I can sit with that comfortably and say yes. So let's look into this song. It says about. It's My Neighborhood song. It's My Neighborhood is an urban rock song written and recorded by the Bee Gees. Well, I think we know that. It was released on April 17, 1989. So wait. Huh? The other song was released in 1990. How was this released in 1989? Did I read something wrong? Released in the 1990 as a single from their album One. I don't know, guys. Timelines and stuff it could probably get kind of crazy and twisted. It was released on April 17, 1989 as the fourth track on their comeback album. Okay. I'm just reading through stuff kind of quickly, just trying to get through. The lyrics focus on themes of urban survival, territorial pride, intense, passionate love, highlighting a two-fisted approach to life in a harsh environment. Okay. The chorus emphasizes a desire to bring out the beast in me, or worst in me in later iterations, while navigating a tense neighborhood. Okay. Okay. Song meaning and backstory, urban survival and grit. The lyrics evoke a tough, unforgiving city setting, emphasizing endurance and a two-fisted approach to life. The Michael Jackson connection. What? The Gibb brothers originally wrote the track for Michael Jackson for his 1987 album Bad. When Jackson chose to focus on his own songwriting for the album, the Bee Gees kept the song for their project. Well, that probably makes sense as to why I'm like correlating the song as a Michael Jackson song. Is that bad? Cause I'm bad, you know it, yeah. Tell you once again who's bad. No, that's not the same song. Like, come on. All right, guys, y'all are gonna have to play along. Sorry, I didn't want to do this to you, but now I'm going to, because somebody's playing games with me, and it's not cool. Let's do this. I don't think it's bad, but I'm gonna see. Michael Jackson. Bad. I'm just need to see if it's that guitar at the beginning. So let's just take a quick listen real quick.
Your word is mine, won't take you right. Just show your face, broad daylight. I'm telling you on how I feel. Gonna catch your mind, don't you dare jump on, get on me. Alright.
That's not it.
When they say the sky's the limit, and to me this really true. But my friend, you have seen nothing. There's a way to argue because I'm bad. Jump on, you know I'm bad. You know it. You know I'm bad. Jump on, you know.
Okay. That's not it. Who's bad? Let's see here. Come on, stop it. Ugh, this thing is ridiculous. So I'm gonna stop that. I want to go back to the Bee Gees. One. It's my neighborhood and play. No. I will say this. So it is the same sound. Y'all are gonna you're gonna have to tell me in the comments what song am I what am I humming? The Michael Jackson song. I know it's a Michael Jackson song. Anyway, so that's gonna drive me insane, guys. I'm not gonna be able to sleep tonight because I'm gonna be laying here with that song popping in my head and not knowing who it is. So yeah, that's kind of cool that I was able to relate that it is something that they potentially, I guess, wrote for Michael Jackson, and he decided not to use it for any of his stuff. So, a Beat It homage, or let's see, critics have noted that the song is a direct pop rock homage to Michael Jackson's Beat It, designed to emulate that specific energetic late 80s sound. Well, I mean, I'm not a critic. I'm not trying to say that it's like, I'm not criticizing anything. I'm just saying that it kind of sounded like Michael Jackson a little bit. Emotional over literal imagery, true to much of the Bee Gees' repertoire. The lyrics focus on building a tense, evocative atmosphere rather than a linear narrative, focusing on escapism in the shadows. So let's go look up this Beat It real quick. Maybe that's the song. You think that's the song? Is that the song? Beat It? All right, well, maybe it is. And I'm going to find out because if I don't, I won't get any sleep tonight. So sorry you guys had to be part of all this, but it's the way it goes sometimes. Let's see. No, that's dun. I think this is it. I think it's the solo, the guitar part at towards the end. Yeah. There it is. Yep, that's the song. You heard the guitar part? That's it. Whew, man, that was a rough one. That almost got me, guys. Whew, terrible. So yeah, now that we've heard some Bee Gees and some Michael Jackson, yeah, I enjoyed both songs. I think that both songs are fun. I kind of enjoy the "It's My Neighborhood" song a little bit more than "Bodyguard." "Bodyguard" was great. It had a lot of that muddy guitar got me. That was the part where I was like, "Wow, that's awesome." So yeah, "Bodyguard's" a good song as well. But I think that "It's My Neighborhood." That's a little bit more of my jam right now. I'm trying to find stuff that's kind of like a little bit more upbeat. I find that when I listen to songs that are kind of slower and more emotional right now, yeah, I'm just not in a good headspace where I need to be, exploring that part of my feelings, so to speak. Just got way too much stuff going on in life to be in a bad place with music or feeling, sad or depressed or thinking about love and all that stuff. Like I love my wife and we're good. Trust me, we're good. But yeah, I'm trying to keep my music upbeat and happy, and that's just where I'm at right now. It's just the stage of life that I'm trying to get through, right? We all have our battles, so there's that. Okay, well, like I tell you guys all the time, I'm gonna be honest, and you're gonna get real emotion out of me. I don't hold any punches. I'm not ashamed of my emotions or what I feel. Um, I'm true to my word. If I tell you that something is a good song in my opinion, and it's something that I like, that I'm gelling with, and it's just my stuff, then I'll tell you that. And if it's not, then I'm honest about that too. Like there's some stuff's just not for me. So I think both of these songs, actually all four of the songs that we've listened to so far on this album, have been great songs. So yeah, that's exciting. That all it does is it just amps me up that I want to hear the rest of the album. You know. Okay, so all right, I think that's long enough. We're at 40 something minutes. Yeah. Whew, I talk a lot. Goodness gracious. Okay. I appreciate you guys. I really do. I hope that life is treating you well. And like I say all the time, if it's not, just hang in there. Better days are coming, right? It can't always be bad. So just hang in there. All right, we'll see you on the next one. You guys take care.